Okay. So experiment number 3, verification of Kirchhoff's law and superposition theorem. How to simplify the sum using Kirchhoff's law and superposition theorem that we have seen during the lectures. Today we are going to do its verification. Now for this we are using here circuit will show you. This one circuit we are using. Okay. Now here all of you can see E1 is there of 20 volt. I'm going to consider E2 is there of 10 volt. You can select different values also. Two voltage sources I'm going to mark as E1 and E2. Okay. And the three resistances are there. R1, R2 and R3. R1, three different circuits we are going to design here. So in all the circuits, resistance on your left, consider it as R1. Resistance on your right, always consider as R2. Okay, so R1 and R2 both are 50-50 and R3 is 100 ohm. Now V1, V2, V3, it's a voltage drop across R1, R2 and R3, and current flowing through the three resistances, we will assume I1, I2 and I3. Okay, so this is the circuit we are going to consider for this experiment. Now observation table. Now here if you observe, the first two columns are E1 and E2, then I1 V1, I2 V2 and I3 V3. I1, I2, I3 current flowing through R1, R2, R3, and V1, V2, V3 are the voltage drop across R1, R2 and R3. Now observe the first reading. First reading, how many voltage sources are there in the first reading? And which one voltage source is there?
20 volt.
Right, first reading is
20 volt.
only correct. First reading is only with 20 volt and E2 we are going to make short. Second reading, yes, second reading is only with
10 volt.
10 volt, right? E2, and the third one is, in the third one
20 volt and 10 volt.
both are there, E1 and E2, 20 and 10 volt. Okay, so we'll design using simulation software 3 different circuits, and then in every circuit we will note down all these 6 values. Okay. So only with E1, that is the reading number 1 circuit for it. Okay, it will be like this. Only with E1, E2 shorted, I1, I2, I3 I have denoted here at node A. Can you tell me what will be the KCL equation? Tell me KCL equation at node A. Roll number 25 to 30. Am I audible?
Ma'am.
Roll number 25 to 30. Tell me what is the KCL equation? 30 to 35, yes. Accordingly, then you will get the marks. If you are not answering, then we'll give you less marks. Because it does mean you are not concentrating. It does mean
Plus
not
I3.
concentrating. What is the KCL equation?
IR1 equal to IR2 plus IR.
I want KCL equation.
I1 equals to I2 plus I3.
Correct. Okay. So I1 is equals to I2 plus I3 is the KCL equation in this circuit. See here, I1 is equals to I2 plus I3. What will be the KVL equation in left hand loop?
E1 minus 50 times I1
Hmm?
minus 100 I3
Hmm?
is equal to 0.
Very good. Okay. So KVL equation on left hand loop is E1. Suppose we are going to consider V1 and V3 are the voltage drop across R1 and R3. So E1 is equals to V1 plus V3. Isn't it? This is the KVL equation. So what we'll do, whatever the readings you got in observation table, put values in both the equations. Then you will get RHS is equals to LHS. Suppose for I1 is equals to I2 plus I3, I am getting I1 is RHS is equals to LHS. What does it mean? RHS is equals to LHS. If I get, then can I say KCL is verified?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, similarly for the second one, whatever the readings you got in observation table of first reading, put the values here. And then if you are getting RHS is equals to LHS, we will say KVL is verified. Same thing you have to do with the second circuit. This is the second circuit only with E2. Current direction all of you can see. Now please tell me the KCL equation at node B.
I2 is equal to I1 plus I3.
Correct. I2 is equals to I1 plus I3, right? And tell me the KVL equation in a right hand loop.
Minus I2 R2 minus I3 R3 plus E2 equal to 0.
Very good. E2 is equals to V2 plus V3, isn't it? KVL equation E2 is equals to V2 plus V3 is the KVL equation. So here also same thing you have to do in the result table. Write down this equation, KCL and KVL. Put the values, whatever you got in second readings, and this equation, in this equation, you will get in both the equations RHS is equals to LHS. For third one, for first one, we will say KCL is verified, and for the second one, we will say KVL is verified. Okay. Now, for this, for this experiment, we'll share link on chat box. Whatever is the simulation software we are using for this experiment, link I'll share in chat box. Okay, can everyone see a link in chat box, falstat.com/circuit.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, click on that. You will find like this circuit. All of you first concentrate here and then you try the things at your later on. Okay, once my explanation over. So falstat.com/circuit. This is the simulation software link, which one we are using to perform the third and fourth experiment. And for the last two, fifth and sixth, I'll be using multi-sim. For all four, you can use multi-sim or Proteus because in previous semester you have used it, isn't it? For basic electronics, which one you have used software?
Multisim.
So all four experiments, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, you can try on multisim. Third and fourth, I will show you on Falstat. And last two compulsory you have to do on multisim only. That last two you can't run on Falstat. Because this one is basic softwares, online simulation software. Okay, so how to use it, concentrate. So here see in circuits, can everyone see the last one option, blank circuit?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, click on that.
Yes, ma'am.
So blank window appears. Now here you can design the circuit. Now see the first one option, file, same, almost same options, whatever we use in Word and Excel. So you are familiar with that. In edit also, same, all these options you know. Then in draw, add wire, add resistor, passive components, inputs and sources, outputs and labels, active components, and so on. Using this draw option, we will drag the components, sources, and wires. Then scopes is related to graph. Graph we are going to see in next one experiment, fourth one. Then in options, you can activate, deactivate, whether you wanted to display voltage, current, power, values, grid, color, background color. All these options are there. And some inbuilt circuits you can find in circuits. Okay. So I am going to click on blank circuit, blank window appears. Now here I will design the circuit. So we want 3 resistors. Both are there. I design first. Okay. In draw, add resistor option I have selected. Three resistors, can everyone see on the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then in draw, we want now voltage sources. So you have to go in input and sources option. Can everyone see the second one? Add voltage source to terminal.
Yes, ma'am.
Click on that. Drag here. Now, if you observe voltage sources, lower one is positive. We want upper one. So right click it and say swap terminals. Again, second one, right click on swap terminals. Okay, so voltage sources now you have to connect here. with the help of wires. So while connecting, either left or right loop you complete first. If you are going to complete the outer loop and then you are connecting the vertical branches, then current will not flow through the vertical branch. So either left or right loop you complete first. So in draw, add wire, I have selected first one option, and then easy to do the connections. Which one loop I am connecting? Left, right?
Left.
Left one, right. Left one I have completed. Okay. So that the current flows through central branch also, vertical one. Okay. So it's connections done. Now we want to change the value. So R1 cursor I put on R1, double click it. Once you double click, you can see by default it's a 1 kilo ohm. So enter here 50. Ohm is already written up. So can everyone see 50 value I have typed in edit component window?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, click on OK. Then second one, R2, double click it. R2 also we want 50. And double click R3. This one R3, what is the value of R3?
100.
100. Okay, say okay. Then E1, double click it. By default 5 volt. I'm going to set it at 20. 20 value can everyone see?
Yes, ma'am.
Huh?
Yes,
Click
ma'am.
on OK. Then the E1 also double click it and 10. So like this, you can double click the component and can edit the value, whatever you want. You can select R1, R2, R3, E1, E2, whatever I have selected, or different also. Same button is now right hand side. You can see same button is there to run and stop the circuit. Before run, you can reset the circuit. Then simulation speed is for what purpose? Here right now blue color means bluish green color line you can see below circuit. Below it you can see the graphs. You have to activate the graphs. That one part we will do in fourth experiment. So that graph, whenever you wanted to move slowly on the screen so that you can note down the readings, then simulation speed you can minimize. Okay, or you just wanted to see the waveform, its nature, then maximize it. Okay, so simulation speed you can minimize, maximize as per your requirement, and current speed. Now I'm going to run this. Current speed means what? All of you can see, maybe it is visible to all of you, that dots are moving in the circuits. Can everyone see dots? Yellow color dots. It is nothing but it is showing you conventional direction of flow of current through that resistances. So here a circuit I have designed with E1 and E2, and whatever the values I have selected for that, you may can see you can see dots are moving through R1 and R2 in clockwise direction. What does it mean? Current flows through R1 and R2 in this circuit in clockwise direction, conventional direction of flow of current. Is it visible to you? Okay, dots are moving in clockwise direction through R1 and R2. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay, and through 100 ohm it is moving in the downward direction. Okay, so this is means dots represent here conventional direction of flow of current. Means using the simulation software you can find out in which direction the current is moving through the circuit. Okay, again we want to design for first one. I'm going to stop this. For first reading, circuit is what? Only with E1. So what I'll do, you can open another window now, filestat.com. Another window I open this circuit. I'm going to make this one blank, and then earlier one you can copy. In edit, select all option is there. Select the circuit. Then in edits, click on copy and open the blank window. And in edit, say paste. Click on paste. So like this you can paste the second one also. So see here. First one, I'll stop this. Then E2, I'm going to cut. Then this one also, rather than 3 different, I will use single wire. So can everyone see here the circuit with E1 only? Can everyone see circuit with E1
Yes, ma'am.
only on the screen? Okay. And we want third one only, means actually for second reading. For second reading we'll design again the same thing we'll do. I'll make this window first blank, then I'll copy this one, earlier one, and I'll paste here. Okay, and now I'll stop this only with E2 now we'll design. So can everyone see the circuit only with E2 now on the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So three circuits we have designed here. See here. First one is only with E1. Whatever you can see right now on the screen. Current speed, if I minimize slowly the current direction also you can see here. Second circuit only with E2. Okay. And the third one here, all of you can see it is when both are there. Now suppose first one reading only with E1. Now you which values you have to note down in every circuit? Observation table V1 I1, V2 I2, V3 I3. So cursor, all of you can see now the color of all three resistances and voltage source dark green hai. If I put cursor on R1, bluish green hota hai uska color changes. Now below circuit on right hand side, can you see some values are there? 4 values it is displaying. Can you see the 4 values below circuit on right hand side?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so cursor is right now on R1. So whatever the values related to R1, it is displaying. How much current is flowing through R1?
240
240
milliamp.
milliampere.
Correct. This is the I1 you can note down for the first reading with only E1. I1 is 240 milliampere. What is V1? Voltage drop across R1?
12 volt.
12
12
volt.
volt. Okay, resistance value it is displaying 50 ohm, power consumed by it, so it is displaying 2.88 watt. We want only V1, I1. So V1 is 12 volt, I1 is 240 milliampere. Got it? Similarly, for C round, cursor is on R2 because it is having different color. All of you can see. So for R2, what is the value of V2 and I2?
8 and 160.
Correct. 8 volt V2 and 160 milliampere is the I2. Correct. And what's about V3 and I3?
8 volt and 80 milliampere.
Correct. 8 volt is V3 and I3 is 80 milliampere. Any difficulty? Can you complete like this readings for second circuit, third circuit?
Yes, ma'am.
Very easy. Design the circuits, 3 different circuit, run it, and in every circuit note down V1 I1, V2 I2, and V3 I3. Okay. Once you complete the observation table, now see we will see the verification of KCL and verification of KVL and superposition theorem. So this is the result table. Which one you can see in e-manual lab copy. E-manual, this lab manual copy you got on Google Classroom also, isn't it? This is the result table. First one column is what? Verification of
KCL.
KCL. Next to it, verification of
KVL.
KVL. So we are going to show it for first and second reading, and for the third reading, what we are going to show? Verification of superposition theorem. Okay. So for this, see here, a result table. Same it is. This one handwritten PDF also I posted on Google Classroom. Result table. Okay. So here see verification of KCL. Same columns are there. Verification of KVL. This is the first KCL equation for first circuit. KVL equation for first circuit. So put here values, whatever you got from the first reading. Now see here, what is the equation? I1 is equals to I2 plus I3 and E1 is equals to V1 plus V3. Now we'll check the values. See reading. First of all, KCL will see. I1 is how much? This is the circuit for first
240
reading.
milliamperes.
Correct. I1 is 240 milliampere. See, what is the I2?
160 milliamperes.
160 milliampere. And what is I3?
80 milliamperes.
80 milliampere. Correct. Means 160 plus 80 is what?
240 milliamperes.
240 milliampere. So we are getting, put here values in that equation. What you have to do? Here you will be putting the values. Here random I have given. Right now we got the values from circuit. What we got? I1 240 milliampere, isn't it?
240.
And what we got, this one 160 plus 80. So we will get 240 is equals to 240 milliampere. So RHS is equals to LHS. Then say KCL is verified, isn't it? Okay, now we'll verify the KVL. What is the KVL equation? E1 is equals to V1 plus V3. See, what is V1 for first reading?
12 volt.
12 volt. Okay. What is V3?
8 volt.
8 volt. Okay. And 12 plus 8 is what?
20.
20.
20
22.
volt. And that is even. So 20 volt is equals to 20 volt. So RHS is equals to LHS. In this equation, put the value. E1 is 20, V1 is 12, and V3 is 8. So you will get here 20 is equals to 12 plus 8, that is 20 is equals to 20. So can we say KVL is verified?
Yes.
Okay. Same thing can you do with the second reading?
Yes, ma'am.
Write down KCL equation here for second circuit. Write down KVL equation here for second circuit. Whatever the values you got from second reading, right here you will get RHS is equals to LHS for both the equations. For first one say KCL is verified. For second one say KVL is verified. Now the last one is verification of superposition theorem. Now superposition theorem we have finished it during the lectures. See here. These are the three values of I3 we got. The first one value of I3 is only with which source? Whatever I have ticked on the screen. ये जो
E1.
first value of I3, that is I3 of first reading is only with E1, that is only with 20 volt. Then second value of I3 is only with
E2 10 volt.
correct E2, and third value of I3 is
Both 20 volt and 10 volt.
correct when both are there. So can you tell me how can I verify superposition theorem using these three values of I3? What equation we can write? I3
Current
of
flow to circuit when both the voltage are there is equal to
very good.
sum
Is
of
equal to
current due to
Sum of
individual
current due
voltage.
to individual voltage. At
correct.
individual voltage.
Correct. Very good. Okay. So I3 of first reading plus I3 of second reading is equal to I3 of third reading, isn't it? That is I3 only due to 20 volt plus I3 only due to 10 volt is equal to I3 when both are there. So this is the superposition theorem, isn't it? You will get RHS is equals to LHS. You can cross check here. We'll show you. See, for the first reading, what is the value of I3? On the screen, all of you can
80
see.
microampere.
Milli. It's not
80
micro.
milliamperes.
It's,
Sorry,
milliamp.
milliamp.
80. For the second one, see how much it is.
40 milliampere.
Correct. What is 80 plus 40?
120 milliampere.
120.
So see, when both are there, how much you are getting?
120.
120. Got it? So we'll write 120 is equals to 80 plus 40. That is 120 is equals to 120. Then we'll say there in the result table, superposition theorem is verified. Is this experiment clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.